What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Sly Geordie, and welcome back to F1 23, my team career mode for the Canadian and Austrian Grand Prix. If you've missed the last episode, it was a big one. It was a tough one, especially in Imola. Of course, we were right off the back of a pretty poor race in Miami, and still kicking ourselves in the teeth for basically bottling the victory in Australia. So we fought hard in Imola because our car is just, it's awful. What with the, you already know the R&D issues with just how maxed out the powertrain is, and it just makes the car's braking zones just so awful. But somehow, someway, we managed to scratch and claw our way to a victory in Imola, and then Spain is one of our strong tracks anyway, and we pretty much dominated that Grand Prix, just like we did last season. So, apparently more so, because we got the fastest lap this time as well. But next up is Canada, a track that we have not been on since Season 2, which, when we did do it, we won. We came 9th in Season 1, but we won with the fastest lap the last time we did this in Season 2. But the car was a lot different back then, so I don't know how it's going to be now that we're in quite possibly the worst handling cars of the series so far. Hopefully, in Season 5, we have regulations that completely change that. I sincerely hope so. But yeah, Austria was a track also that we quite struggled on last time out. A P7, yes, we got the fastest lap, but again, it was a P7, which by Season 3 standards was pretty awful. It was one of our bottom 3 results of the season, or bottom 4 results of the season, so definitely was a weak track for us, and that was because the cars were too fast. And now it's even worse. The braking zone's going to be even worse this time around, so I'm not looking forward to Austria, and this makes Canada all the more important. And of course, Lance Stroll has been struggling quite a lot this season. 2 pointless finishes, and even one of the 3 was technically pointless anyway. It's only a single point. It means nothing in the constructors, or at least I don't think it will mean anything. And his highest position of the season so far has just been a P5, so it's definitely something he needs to start improving on, and what better place to do it than his home GP. We've got a lot of catching up to do in terms of Red Bull. Sergio Perez is just on a hot streak. He has not placed off the podium all season. Hopefully that changes this episode. We'll have to find out though, but Max Verstappen is creeping in the distance, and if Lance Stroll doesn't start bucking up his ideas, start improving, then Red Bull are just going to get further and further into the distance, and we are going to lose the Constructors' Championship. And also, we need to keep an eye on Aston Martin. Pourchaire might be struggling quite a bit, but he is capable of high finishes, and we know George Russell is, as he has done for the most part this season. So Aston Martin are some team to watch as well, especially since Lance Stroll isn't really pulling his weight in the team right now. But yeah, guys, welcome to part 53 of the F1 23 My Team Career Mode. We're going to be replacing the ICE for this episode, and I don't know what we're going to do in terms of the gearbox. I'll see how we feel by the time we get up to FP3, but I feel like we should probably replace that too. Everything else though seems fine, so I'm not too worried about it. We have 3 new parts coming in, with one of them actually coming in before this Grand Prix in the form of the ICE failure analysis. So that will help us have a less worn ICE. So when we put this new ICE in, it's going to be great. And as of right now, we are actually the best team on the grid according to the vehicle performance comparison. What with that last major upgrade, and it showed, it was an ultimate upgrade, not even a major one. So regaining that ultimate upgrade in Spain, it definitely showed. We were clearly really strong in Spain. But yeah, now Lance Stroll doesn't have an excuse. He needs to start pulling in the results. So yeah, let's skip ahead. Alright, we got a marketing event. Alright. Send the driver to the event or stick with the routine. Yeah, I'm going to decline. I know it's a charity event, but we need to put the team first now.
Okay,
I put charity first all the time.
We'll have them with us for the next Grand Prix.
But, you know, we need Lance to start booking up his ideas. I can't afford for him to lose his focus again. But right now he looks pretty good. His focus isn't the greatest, and I think even certain stats are falling lower, because I'm pretty sure he's been higher than that 97 rating. I don't know. But he's got 25 days left in his contract, so might be having some thoughts of ditching him. Who knows? I don't know who we would have to replace him, though, to be quite frank. Maybe one of the Alpines would be good, but I highly doubt the Alpines are gonna let either of their guys go. Could go with Bottas, who hasn't scored a single point at all this season. Mercedes have just been absolutely woeful. Even though Norris has been doing really good, but a lot of those races included safety cars, so, you know, how much that is down to actual pace and, you know, or actually down to strategy from Mercedes. I don't know, but they've not got a good car at all. But without further ado, we are now heading to Canada for the first time since Season 2. So, yeah, the cars are going to feel drastically different now, so I'm not looking forward to it. Okay. Here we go, then. Oh, it's raining in FP1, which makes that whole session literally pointless. So, yeah, it looks like we're skipping that session. In terms of the performance thing, looks like there's been no upgrades from any of our competitors going into this Grand Prix. McLaren have gotten a minor upgrade, apparently. But yeah, after our upgrade in Spain, that ultimate upgrade, we are still the best. We are back to being the best team on the grid. So hopefully we can keep that, and hopefully Lance Stroll can take advantage of that and start pulling in some proper points for the team starting in his own GP. This time, 2 seasons ago, was his debut. So yeah, Stroll has been with us for exactly 2 seasons now. And it might be his last. Not to spoil anything for next season, but we're going to go with a new driver, and I think his poor performances are really exemplifying that. But who knows? He might pull out some of the best performances ever that we need from him and make me want to re-sign him again. But, you know, we'll have to see. So we're going to go to quick practice, and we're going to just do fuel management and tyre management. Just get them done. That way we only really have to do race strategy for tyre management. For FP2, sorry. Okay. Come on. Yeah, I tried. Oh well. Yeah, that's it. That's us done. Okay, FP2 it is then. So unfortunately we're not going to be able to test the hards. It's just something I always like to do, but yeah, no. Oh, look at that! So the softs got returned, so it looks like it dried up in that session, in that last session. So apparently the hards have been moved to FP2, so we actually do get to use them. I'm not using them yet though, because we've got race strategy now coming up. Although, we may as well have a first few laps in the hard tyres like we usually do. We just don't have track acclimatization, so we'll do about 3 laps, I think. Anyway, here we go. Let's drive out. See how the car feels.
Green right now, so take a few laps to get the tyres up to temp and get yourself in the zone.
Oh yeah. Here we go. It's weird being on this track again, you know. It's been a while, that's for sure. Right, hopefully these tyres warm up a lot more. Gearbox is about 60% now, so I'm thinking we might replace it going into qualifying. Might be a really good idea for us. Anyway, first official lap. It's a bit of it's not too bad actually. I was going to say it's a bit of a handful, but that would be compared to, like, you know, the normal cars in the game. But compared to how this car has felt most of this season, it's actually quite good. It's feeling decent around the track right now, so yeah, I'm not too mad at it. It's a bit unstable in some areas though. That's definitely something I want to improve. But we have gone faster than Albon on the soft, so that's a good sign, because we were struggling to keep up with that AlphaTauri, specifically Albon's AlphaTauri at Imola. About a tenth off of our last lap though. Oh, we made up a lot of time through there. An entire tenth made up. Yeah, the car feels a bit wobbly, a bit unstable, but I could probably attribute that to the hards and not the car itself, to be honest. A lot of time made up there in that last section. That 3/10 up, we can really improve on that. So we'll go for one more lap before hitting for mediums. Drifted a bit there, lost a bit of time, but not enough to really have a problem. And there we go, we did that hairpin better. And there you go. A 110.8 on the hards around Canada. Not bad at all. Okay.
Right, let's have you in at the end of this lap, please.
Burn off some of the CRS down the straight. Car feels pretty good, albeit a little unstable, but I can attribute that to the tyre, to be honest. So I'm not worried. But just because the car feels good doesn't mean the pace is there, you know? So we'll just have to see. I think race strategy can be a pretty good indication of it, but qualifying is definitely there. But then again, our qualifying pace hasn't been the best this season at all. We finally had a good qualifying session in Spain, though. You know, in Imola we qualified 18th. You know, we were lucky to win that race, like very lucky. But yeah, Spain was great. So we need more of that. Okay, medium. We'll go on race strategy. Okay. Let's do a flying lap. Let's get it started. Alright. Let's see how much better these feel.
Okay, give us some good, consistent laps, please. We're looking for good data that we can work into a race strategy.
Yep. Okay. Still top on the hards, so quicker than Verstappen on the mediums. That is a really good sign. So let's see how much quicker these are. There's definitely a lot more grip here. Yeah, about a tenth quicker through sector 1. Jesus. Yeah, there's a lot more grip. The mediums feel really good around here, so we might not even have a use for the hards, you know. I guess it depends how the softs feel. We'll have to do FP3 and do a few laps on the softs. But the hairpin definitely feels a lot better. Whoa, wow. That wasn't the greatest. Oof. That was awful. Yeah, and that cost us the whole lap time. Oh, there's Lance. That is a lot better. There you go. Whew. Cross the line 5 tenths quicker than on the hards. That is lovely. Thought we got a bit of damage there, and I bet we did. Bet we got some underbody damage on that curb. I'm curious to see how Lance does proper pace, because the car is definitely really suiting Canada right now. Not the cleanest, but it's fine. It wasn't even that much slower. I think if we did that quicker, we would have been good. And Stroll is right up there with me, which is beautiful. We are looking really quick around here. But nobody massive has tried to beat us yet, but clearly the R&D chart is now like really showing proper results. Sainz needs to move. Use a bit of DRS to make up some of that time. Alright. Alright, final lap. Yeah, he's starting to feel like the hards now. Which clearly isn't that bad since our times are still really good. And I bet that just comes to the straight line pace. I think in the harsh corners our car definitely struggles, like I've said all season, but on the straights, clearly the quickest car now.
Okay, test complete, and that was a really good job
about
indeed.
9
We got a
tenths
lot
slower.
of valuable information out of that. Well done.
And there's Lance. I guess Lance is pitting this lap as well.
Pitting this lap then. Come into the pits at the end of this lap.
Okay. Let's turn that engine power down. God, this AI is so weird, man. Oh! Perez, Jesus! That man was coming in fast. Alright. Whew. I like that. I like the little wait that you have to do when your teammate is, you know, going into the pits at the same time as you in practice. I don't know, it adds to the element of realism for me. Okay. That is pretty much us done with the session. So let's have a look at that gearbox. 62%. Yeah, I feel like we'll replace that now, right? And then I feel like we could probably place it back on for the practice sessions in the next event. Because, like, usually I would keep it on. Usually. And maybe I still should. I don't know. The car feels great already. Like, it's clearly the quickest. So I feel like I could feel safe in keeping the gearbox, the one gearbox on. You know, like, as long as it doesn't go, like, to 75% in the race, we're fine. If it hits that threshold, then, of course, like, that's when we start running into problems. But, yeah, we are the quickest by far. How quick, though? What is the time difference?
It's time to remind ourselves of our top three.
Oof. A good 2/10 to second place Lando Norris, but that is second place Lando Norris, you know? That's in the Mercedes, so we've not seen a Red Bull try to go for a really fast lap to beat that, but that was done on mediums, guys. Mediums, you know? And my lap on the hards was quicker than most people still, so yeah, very odd. But we're going to go out onto the softs now to test them for a bit. And we'll do a couple of laps, I think. Let's go.
Let's get a few laps under our belt.
All right. Yeah, so we're going to push these hard from the get-go. I want to see how much wear we have by the end of a third lap. And we'll put hot lap on as well. Just goes absolute balls to the wall as quick as we can. Not the entry I would have wanted, but whatever. Ooh, almost hit the wall of champions then. Very close. Okay, we can go for another lap on this. 109.3. Very fast. Won't be as quick as before because it was a bit of a scruffy lap on my part, but we'll go for one more. Whoa, lost control there. What's the wear at? 10% already? Oh my god, that's just after 3 laps. Purple second sector. Okay. Switch that off. Put that to lean. Okay. So 10% after about 3 laps, 13%. That is not good for softs. So softs might not be ideal. Might not be. I don't know, but this probably should be. Not for a long period though. If they try to put me out on softs for 11 laps, it's not going to be the case. Like, this will not get to double digits. Whew. Okay, car feels amazing, and I feel like we're definitely going to be strong this weekend. So that's good at the very least. That's very, very good. Okay. See how we're doing in terms of vehicle. 63% on the gearbox. Okay. Yeah, I feel like we could do a race weekend with that. I don't think it will be a problem. If it is, I'll be very angry at myself, but I doubt it will be a problem. So I feel like we'll keep it on for now, and then Austria, we put in a new one. But yeah, nobody's beating our time at all. We are quickest around this track, like, easily. It's not even close. I mean, we can double check. It's kind of close. Stroll is keeping up with us, which is what I need. You know, after the season we've had so far, we need him to keep up with us. So that's a good sign. That's a very good sign. And it's poetic that his resurgence is happening here in Canada. It's been quite the redemption story for Lance Stroll in our career mode, to be quite honest. Quite the redemption. But I feel like we'll be saying goodbye to him at the end of the season. I don't know who our next teammate will be, though. Like, I've tried to think about it, and I just don't know. We might even end up signing Stroll on for another season, for a fourth season, but we'll see. I want to do something else. We're only going up until season 6, so I definitely want to try somebody new very soon. Whether that's season 5 or season 6 itself, I don't know, but we'll see. Right. So first of all, let's do some R&D. So we've got durability coming in. Powertrain, the final powertrain upgrade is coming in. This is the last one. So then hopefully we'll get some new regulations. Maybe we'll get a new regulation for all of this shit, because we're maxing out like the vast majority of these at this point, clearly. So yeah, it's going to be big. Okay, so we could... Oh my god, that upgrade on the aero would be insane. And that would come in for France. That is very tempting. That would put us in front of Aston Martin. But how are we doing in terms of chassis? We're already like joint best with Red Bull. Red Bull are just like a smidgen better. It's probably in that regard. So we could get a minor upgrade, which wouldn't take very long to purchase, and that arrives before Austria regardless, so I feel like we could go with that. And then we could probably get one of the ultimate upgrades for aero. Yeah, so the ultimate upgrade's on the drag reduction, and that's 2,525. And if we rush that, it would come before Austria, which would be crazy. That's for sure. But I feel like we can wait. For that. I don't think we need to worry about that. I think we could just put on one of these major ones instead and call it a day. Meaning more downforce can be produced. That might help us in Austria, you know. So I'm going to rush this. So that upgrade might come before Austria, if we're lucky. We'll see. Anyway, time to get into our qualifying session and see if the car's pace throughout the weekend has been, you know, true. I forgot the word that I wanted to say. Has been reflective of what it should be in qualifying. That's what I want to say. Or say, rather. So, yeah, here we go. Me and Lance, we were the quickest in FP3, the quickest in FP2. Well, we were, but I don't think Lance went out for any later laps, and nobody beat my lap. So, yeah, let's see if we can transfer that into qualifying. Here we go. Parc Ferme, so nothing can be changed, but we don't need to change anything. It's perfect. Alright, here we go. Oh. 109.4 for Max Verstappen. Ooh, almost hit the sausage curve then. Very fine margins, but a 108.5 puts us on provisional pole position. What a lap from us then.
Confirmed, we'll receive you at the end of this lap.
Wow. Yeah, so Canada's looking really strong. Very strong. And compared to what we've had all season, even Spain, we were one of the quickest in Spain, but clearly not the quickest. Not quicker than the Red Bulls. Like, this is the strongest track we've had all season. And it's such a breath of fresh air for this car, because, man, this car has been awful. Like, it's felt awful. But all the other AI might be feeling the effects of shit regulations, because, you know, we're still one of the best, even though this car definitely feels the worst it's felt all series. So, yeah, this is great. This is absolutely fantastic. Alright. How's Gearbox doing? 64. Okay. I reckon we're good. There might be some fine margins in the race for whether or not our gearbox will fail, but, you know, I feel like it's worth the risk for fresher parts over the next few races, you know? Especially since the first race of next episode will be the home race, and we really want to do well there, so... Okay. Let's see what we've got then. Lance is out, that's right on board. Lance Stroll in his home GP, the return to his home GP. His first race for Sly Team Racing was at his home GP, his return to F1 after being discarded by Aston Martin. His own father finally kicked him out of the team, but Lance felt as though he deserved another chance in Formula 1, and he earned it, earning the team's first points that weren't me in Season 2, and then in Season 3 actually having a title challenge, contributing to one of the most dominating Constructors' Championship wins since Mercedes of 2014, of the mid-2010s, should I say. So, he's done a really good job. But here he comes now down the main straight. What time is Lance going to get in his home GP as he crosses the line for P4? So, high, but not as high as we would have wanted him to be. And let's see what's happening up top here. We are the quickest by quite a bit. So Lance has about a second to gain on us, to be honest. Very strange. It might be down to engine wear. We've only just put in a new ICE. To be fair, that's something I haven't mentioned this episode, other than like just a passing comment. We put in a new ICE for this Grand Prix, so that might be definitely contributing to it. We might even see some engine penalties in going into the Grand Prix, but yeah, in terms of the timing, I feel like we're doing really good. There's not going to be any changes. Albon's out for a lap right now. He didn't improve. No one's really gone out. Okay. People going out? Yes, they are. So let's wait just a minute. Okay. Go, 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 go. Alright. Let's see if we can improve. The rest of the grid has quite a big chunk to catch up with. God, this AI is weird. Whoa!
Fantastic, you've got pole position.
Oh, they were on their laps? What? I didn't take that long to get out of the grid, to get out the pits, right? Whatever, we got pole position, it's what that
We're all
is.
ready for tomorrow's race, but before we begin, let's have a quick look at those who will be fronting the grid. The owner-driver, Teo Porcher and Lance Stroll. Qualifying complete. All that remains is the main event. We'll be live and uninterrupted for the Grand Prix tomorrow, so make sure you join us then.
So we got some surprises in there. So good thing Lance is qualified on P3. That's dope. Théo Pourchaire is back to his good form from the first couple of races for Aston Martin. He will be starting right behind us. Oscar Piastri is back. Quite sad how McLaren really dropped off after Piastri almost won the championship, almost took it off us last season. Felipe Drugovich, our former and very first teammate on this team, has put that Alfa Romeo up in P5. That is crazy. Even George Russell's down there. I would have expected him to be higher. Bottas is there. Lando Norris is last. Lando Norris starts last in that Mercedes. That is a big surprise, considering he came second place in FP2 on those softs. Leclerc 20th? Wow. Did these guys not manage to set a lap or something? Oh, wait, is it because we got in their way? It was Lando and Leclerc. I think we kind of got in their way. I wanted to get out of the way of everybody, not thinking they were already on a lap. So maybe I ruined their laps. Oh, God. I hate how weird the AI acts on an outlap, though. Like, I might just not do flying laps anymore because of it. It doesn't seem to work in short qualifying. We're running into a lot of issues. For the standard 3 sessions, it's great, but yeah. Okay, so we got nothing to go with. Gearbox 64% as always. We've got 25 laps around Canada, and we've got 2 members of our team at the front. So yeah, it's looking good. It's looking really good, and we're starting to take the fight to Red Bull now. And it's all going to go leading into Austria, their home race, literally next Grand Prix. So, yeah. It's going to be big, but I'm pretty sure there's some engine wear going on with some drivers on the grid, because we're dominating right now. And I've not changed the difficulty at all, so...
We're back once again beside the St. Lawrence River here in Montreal for the Canadian Grand Prix. The event first moved to a variant of this track back in 1978. It was won by none other than Gilles Villeneuve, the first Canadian to ever win his home race, and in whose honour the circuit would be renamed. 2.7 mile circuit peaking at around 190 miles per hour, 2 DRS zones, 14 turns, tight corners, a narrow track, and the famous Wall of Champions. It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. It's the owner-driver then in pole position. Then Théo Pourchaire completes the front row. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Stroll, Oscar Piastri,
I was just checking the audio, sorry.
Drugovich, Verstappen.
Look at Drugovich there, that's crazy.
Bottas, Tsunoda.
The Red Bull's qualifying low, which is a really good sign for us.
Albon, Liam Lawson, Joe, Sargent.
Strange to see Russell getting outperformed by Pourchaire in
Leclerc,
some cases.
Deruvala, and Lando Norris starts from the back of the grid.
So no engine penalties at all.
Out just moments away. It's
Wow.
time to go down to the track.
Really
Welcome to
strange.
Natalie Pinkham, who is beside
Very
me in the
strange
commentary
grid.
box today. We should talk about Williams. What do you make
No,
of
we
their
shouldn't.
performance so far this
What is
season?
this bug?
The
They always
atmosphere-
talk about Williams. Get out. No hate towards that team. I love Williams. They're my team, you know, my favourite. But there seems to be a bug in this game where they always seem to talk about Williams no matter what's happening in the career, and it's very annoying. Okay, so I don't think we're going to need the hards. The hards are a bit unstable, to be honest. But I did say the softs don't feel like they're going to last very long. So I don't really know what to say there. But we're going to pack some more fuel. We don't need to be as quick. Last time I went with a 26.7. A 1.7 more. right, I think? Yeah, but we're going to go with the 2-lap, more fuel this time. We'll be slower, yeah, but it'll be fine. Like, it's a pretty full throttle track. So, I think I'll trust the engineers, and we'll do 11 laps on the softs. Or we could go mediums. Could go mediums to hards. Nah, I think we'll go soft to mediums. Yeah. I feel like having that pace at the beginning would be very beneficial.
The formation lap gets underway, and every driver will be looking to settle in for the race ahead, making sure their car is
Thank
ready
you, Joe,
for the
on the
battle.
hards. He's trying out a totally different strategy. Hopefully Lance can jump Teo Pourchaire going into turn 1, but yeah, other than a few people on the mediums, yeah, it's mostly a mix of soft and mediums, so it'll be mediums to hards for those guys, most likely.
They're almost ready to take the start.
Who knows though, it could be mediums to softs, and we could have a safety car.
The drivers and teams making their
We don't know.
preparations.
Alright, let's do this. So Teo does have the advantage here. He gets to start on the inside, but to be fair, we get the inside going into turn 2. Yeah, technically this is turn 1 and then it's turn 2. Here we go, 5 red lights, and we are underway. And immediately we've got a pretty good start. We're going to get in front of Porsche right off the bat. Piastri unfortunately has jumped Stroll, but I think Stroll just got the position back. They are side by side, but I think Piastri has managed to jump Stroll as we now look to stake our put our dominance out there around this track. As Teo Pourchaire in the Aston Martin gives chase. Piastri and Stroll have cost each other some time, but Piastri has completed that overtake as Teo Pourchaire catches me off guard a little bit there. And he is very close to us. We're going to have to use some ERS to try and create some sort of a gap. He's going to go down the outside, we're going to go down the inside. And we are going to reign supreme on that corner. Keep our ERS on as we go down this main straight, and already that's the first lap over almost, so pretty good. Good start from us, good defending. And the Red Bulls are pretty far back, so we don't need to worry about them thus far. But yeah, we seem to be making a little bit of a gap here, and this is pretty much what happened a few races into Season 3. We got some like really big upgrades in and then started to run away with things, and it seems as though that could be starting to happen again here. I don't know.
Job. That was the fastest lap of the race so far.
Alright, and we've managed to knock Pourchaire out of DRS, so that is important. We just want to make sure we keep them behind us, obviously. Oh god, that wasn't good. We almost lost the car there, and that's put poor Chair back into overtaking distance. Okay, so now DRS is going to get enabled. This is a chance for people behind us to catch up here. Although... Oh no, DRS got enabled last lap. I didn't notice because we'd knocked them out of DRS range. They weren't in it. Alright, down the main straight, poor Chair is going to have DRS on us. But, yeah, DRS kind of becomes really pointless in these later seasons. Especially on the longer straights, because once you reach top speed, that's pretty much it, you know? Apparently the Mercedes isn't the best, because, I mean, we got outpaced by an Alfa Romeo in Baku at top speed, so... Yeah, some engines don't have more top speed than others. So, talking Ferrari, Mercedes, Renault, and Red Bull. Teo's getting closer. He's wanting revenge for getting thrown out of our team for his poor results in Season 2. In Season 1, sorry. He was our teammate for the second half of Season 1. He was awful, so we got rid of him and got Djokovic back. And now poor Chair, he's got DRS on us. And he is just creeping ever closer. We seem to be doing well so far. I'm hoping Stroll at some point starts challenging Piastri a bit more. It's a nice little throwback to Season 3 with us, Piastri and Stroll. And poor Chair has come out of nowhere. Alright, so far so good. The Red Bulls are well behind us, so we really don't need to worry about them at all. Check the gearbox. 65% on the gearbox. I think we're good. We're already down to 1.2 laps after putting 2 laps worth of extra fuel on, so maybe some fuel saving will be in order.
By 1.5 seconds.
Yeah, so let me maintain a better distance over poor Chair, and then we should probably start saving our fuel. He's not going to overtake us in here, so I guess we could like save our fuel here. Really save our fuel around here and then boost out of it here. Take the middle of the road. Yeah, we need to start saving that fuel. Here comes poor Chair though. I'm going to slow down quite early though. Really save that fuel. And then just speed away as fast as possible. Alright, that was good. Yeah, should definitely try saving it more, but already down to 20 odd %, and we've still got a decent amount of laps to go on these softs. But since everybody else is on softs, I'm not too worried about tyre wear. Because whatever they're dealing with, whatever we're dealing with, they are dealing with as well. Here comes Porcher though. He's coming down the inside here. Oh my god, that was such a narrow gap for us. He was so aggressive. He really tried shutting the door then. Because of that altercation, Piastri has caught up. And Stroll isn't too far neither. But there goes, through goes Oscar Piastri. And Stroll isn't that far off them neither. He could be looking for a move on Porcher. As we look to save our fuel even more here. Yeah, hopefully they start attacking each other more.
And you're going to be on mediums.
Just really save the fuel around here. And there goes Porcher trying to get past Piastri. Piastri does defend it well though. Just such a shame that Stroll isn't trying to make any big moves here. Come on, Lance, it's your home GP, take a risk. Not like a Perez type of risk, but do something. We're doing a good job saving fuel though, it's stayed pretty much the same. Alright, we maintained a decent gap. Not as dominant as Spain was, that's for sure, but... we're comfortable.
In this lap, push now.
No, I don't need to push. We're pitting first. I guess we could push. It wouldn't hurt. Got a decent amount, so fuck it. Let's go, let's push. Gaining a good few tenths here, just ERSing all over the track. Right, go, 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 go. Didn't need to brake then, but Piastri's there. Piastri's pitting in the same lap as us.
Okay,
Alright,
go.
new tyres.
Perfect job on the turn in there, mate. Looks like a nice stop time. We're happy with that one. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound.
We may have to make some overtakes. There is Guan Yu Zhou. Norris is fighting Deruvula. We are going to get past Joe just like that. So those hards really not working out for him. So Piastri's going to be stuck behind a bunch of people. Hopefully they hold him up. As we now look to chase down Esteban Ocon.
Lance is in for his stop.
Lance is in the pits. Some of these guys still staying out. Car's taking a look there. Esteban's going to try and squeeze us out. We're going to go for another overtake here. Diving a little there, of course, because we can afford to. Yeah, late dive bomb on Magnussen and that Williams. But again, it's been done.
Nice move. Good job.
We now look to chase down the AlphaTauri of Alex Albon.
Okay, push. Gap to the car behind. 1.7 seconds.
Albon really struggling on those mediums now, as we overtook him in the hairpin. And now we look to have an overtake on Bottas. We're at top speed though. It's not going on. It's not happening. And Felipe Drugovich in the Alfa Romeo is leading the race. That is absolutely crazy. Stroll has got a podium spot. That's a net podium. He has overtook Piastri, so a lot of those guys actually held Piastri up. Oh, Bottas getting a bit dangerous there. And I'm not going to let that happen. I'm going to dive down the inside there, get equally as aggressive. And now we look to chase down our former teammate, our very first teammate on this team, Felipe Drugovich, the 2022 F2 champion. As we now look to overtake him in the hairpin here. That was beautiful, as clean as you like. And we are back in front, back in the lead. We would have been anyway after they took pit stops, but it just feels a lot better to overtake them. And we are a good few seconds ahead now after that. So I feel like we can get back to fuel saving. Bottas is going for another lap. Wow, he's going really long on those mediums. Oh, I think for a second there, Bottas overtook Porsche. Oh no, he was in front, but Bottas is now pit. Okay, so Stroll is in a comfortable P3 ahead of Piastri. It looks like about a second between them. We're very comfortable in P1, so I'm not worried at all. See how this gearbox is doing, 68%. Still time for it to blow up. Alright, we'll do some fuel saving. It's going to allow Porsche to catch up,
use your
but
overtake button more. It's time to utilise some of this energy. Come on.
maybe we could use it. If Porsche actually catches up, we could use it to fight him for Lance. Let's see if we can get a 1-2 with the team. So we'll slow down. We won't go full throttle. And we'll lift a lot earlier. Yellow flags behind. Virtual safety car.
Slow down and maintain a positive delta.
It's a safety car.
Is deployed.
This gives me a chance to go along with my plan and actually slow down for these guys. Full safety car.
Watch your delta. Make sure you keep it positive as we catch the pack.
And what happened? Can we figure this out? What's going on here then? Wait, why did you change my car again? So what happened? So it happened there. Was it a Haas? Any smoke coming out of anybody's car? I am quite confused. Oh, there's a Williams! One of the Williams cars has been spanned. Yeah, so Logan Sargent has crashed out. Logan Sargent crashes out. I think he might have spun out. I wish I'd have got the replays on earlier, but Logan Sargent causes this safety car. And it's a full course safety car as well. So we won't have to fuel save anymore, at the very least. Alright. Things are going to get interesting. The field's going to bunch back up now. Right, let's get that data down. Alright, now we just got to catch the safety car queue. AI takes control.
Okay, we're coming up to the safety car
Oh, I
now.
forgot to turn this thing on.
You are the leader. Follow the safety car.
I turned this on after last episode because I just didn't want to do the whole safety car thing now. So, yeah, we've got the broadcast view of the safety car. The current Drivers' Championship leader is Sergio Perez of Red Bull. He is in P5. He could use this as an opportunity to catch up and start negating the points loss. Of course, his teammate Max Verstappen, former world champion, looking to stake his claim on the championship once again and start catching up after his two very unlucky DNFs earlier on in the season. Théo Pourchaire is having the season of his life in that Aston Martin right now. So he will be looking to perhaps get past me, but of course I will be looking to push him back and try to encourage my teammate Lance to overtake. We'll have to see what happens though. But here we go. So Mercedes in the mud, right at the bottom. AlphaTauri not doing too good. Drugovic unlucky with that P13. The two Ferraris also outside of the points. Liam Lawson in the Haas is in P10. That's very good for him. Ocon's not doing too well. He'll be quite mad that Gasly is up there and he is not. There you go. Here's the view of our car. Right behind this safety car here. Warming up our tyres. And we're about to have the AI resume control.
Safety car is in this lap. Safety car in this lap. You'll be controlling the pace on the restart. Keep it steady until the safety cars reach the pit lane.
Right, here we go.
Green flag.
So we've got an extra lap of fuel on now. So we are going to try and back Teo up. 5 laps to go in the Canadian Grand Prix after that safety car. Let's see what happens. I'm going to keep my ERS on full right now. As Teo Porsche looks to go around here, this is our opportunity to really slow him down. Here we go. Porsche now going down the inside. And there goes Lance Stroll on the outside of us. There's a yellow flag, and Lance Stroll is in P2. How did that happen? What happened to Porsche? So here's a view from Porsche's onboard. Yeah, we just absolutely squeezed him out. Let's get a view of Lance Stroll's onboard. Look at that. As Porsche moved down the inside, we went to squeeze him out, and that gave Lance Stroll a beautiful bit of space, and all he had to do was follow us through. And so Lance Stroll is now P2, and he's looking to pass us. I'm not going to fight him that much. We are side by side, both at full speed. I'm just a little bit quicker than Lance is. Oh, no!
Are you okay? That was a big one. Confirm you're okay, please.
Okay, let's not have it end like that. All right, rewind. And now Lance Stroll, side by side. What is going to happen? As we now go into the braking zone, he is going to let us stay out in front. I think that's what he did originally, and I just didn't see that. So there you go. There's yellow flags again. Yellow flags behind again. What is that this time? Is it an engine failure, or was there a collision? I don't know. I don't think it's anything. As we now resume the taking of the lead. Zhou Guanyu, just woeful.
Serious car issue. It looks like they're retiring.
Absolutely woeful for him, starting on the hards, the only one starting on hards, even though he was outside of the points. He needed to be aggressive, but he just wasn't. And now he's got a serious car issue, so going to give Lance some space here. The crowd are going to love this. A nice little fight with the home man. And now we're going to go side by side once again down the main straight. Down the back straight, sorry. Look at this. It's both at top speed. I think Lance has a little less fuel as we now look to brake and make it through the corner.
Caution, caution.
There's a yellow flag here.
Okay, be aware there's an incident in the next part of the track. No overtaking through the yellow flags.
DRS now enabled. Yep, Joe's there on that hill. The stricken Sauber of Guan Yu Zhou. And DRS has now been enabled, so I am trying to keep the lead, but I am going back and forth in my head about letting Lance have the win, you know? We're at his home GP. Perez has been overtaken by Verstappen.
Okay, that's us with 5
so I feel like we could afford it.
5 laps of fuel left.
I feel like it's something we could afford. Giving Lance Stroll the win. in his home GP. I feel like we're going to do it, and we can hold the rest of the guys back as well. So if he overtakes us, he overtakes us legitimately. He's going to go down the outside here with that DRS. Lance Stroll, the home man, takes the lead of the Canadian Grand Prix. This is going to be the best moment of his career. And we're just going to hang behind him. I am not going to do this for Lance in any other race though. I'm only doing it because we're in Canada. And I'm a great teammate. I mean, I don't really need the win, I just need to finish ahead of Perez.
Use overtake, use overtake.
You know? As long as it's a 1-2, like, I'm happy. We need to start striking back at Red Bull, and this is looking great, so... amazing. We could fight him, let's see what happens. Yeah, why not? Make him earn it. It's his home race, make him earn it. We'll fight him. Let's chase him then. Okay, so we're going to get DRS on our teammate here. A nice little flashback to last season with the fights we had between me and him. And here we go, we've got DRS now. And look at the speed difference as we now do the dummy. Try to miss the curbs there. We get DRS once again, but so does Stroll apparently. I think we both just got DRS. No, we don't. Okay, I saw a little gap between his wing. Oh my god, very tricky cornering for us there. Stroll putting me under quite a bit of pressure, and he actually makes the overtake fair and square, to be honest. Good on him. We'll have another opportunity though. Here we go, we've got another DRS zone here. We're going to be in the slipstream with ERS. Just following through really, I don't really want to do an overtake there. Alright. Alright, let's follow him, let's go. DRS coming up. Got ERS on, we're going to go for it.
Right, we've got enough fuel for 3 more laps.
Here we go once again. Very difficult corner there as Lance puts us under a ton of pressure. Deploy has been used,
Okay,
we've got it back.
Final lap. Keep your concentration and let's bring it home.
And this time we've got the inside. And we complete the move on Lance. P1 back for us on the final lap. The crowd, they're loving this right now. They must be. Of course, Piastri's there lurking, so I can't fight Lance too much. If he tries to overtake me on this final straight, I'm not going to put up a fight. I'm not going to bottle the 1-2 like that. Just have to see what happens. Here we go then. We're going to use the RS to try and get away from Lance. Can we get the win here in the Canadian Grand Prix? We're not going to have DRS. Stroll is. Is Stroll going to be able to take it? I'm letting him. I'm letting him take it.
I cannot complain about that one. That was an excellent drive. Well done.
Woo! Ooh. So, I have bragging rights saying I was the better driver there, but
magnificent Canadian Grand Prix.
I'm letting Lance have the win in his home Grand Prix.
Today. So, Natalie, what
there he is
out there today?
Well, they are very much at one with the car, which is a cliche, but it's true. It's not an easy process, and that work is very much paying off.
Well, finally a double podium for us. And Lance Stroll, I did say he needed to start picking it up, and he has a podium here.
What a great effort from them today in a very difficult race.
Whether or not we gave him the win isn't really important. He got a podium, he earned the podium on merit, and so, yeah, that is going to be extremely important for the constructors in our fight against Red Bull. Red Bull didn't have as strong as a race. Neither of them got on the podium. Piastri seems to be clawing his way back into the championship despite McLaren's horrendous start to the season. That's another podium for Piastri. Another podium for McLaren, actually. I think this might be Piastri's first podium of the season.
And now let's
I think Tsunoda was the one who got it before.
And after a thrilling race, we see a new name heading
Russell overtook Perez.
So then, Natalie Pinkham, who would you rank as your driver of the day?
Lance Stroll certainly put in an impressive performance today. No doubt his team and fans are extremely proud.
It's time to check out the constructors'
and we got to see it live.
The owner driver's team moved to the top of the table. Well, what an end to another fantastic
top
weekend
on
of
the
racing.
constructors. That's
Thanks
great.
to everyone who's joined us.
But look at that drivers' championship. So we've got Lance Stroll in the top 5 now. He was 11th before, but with that win, we've got him into the top 5. But look at this. We are level on points with Sergio Perez. That is going to be interesting. Going into Red Bull's home GP next up. It's going to be very interesting. There you go. Let's watch the highlights now. It was a pretty good race. Very good. It would have been very dominating for us if not for the safety car. So I'm glad the safety car happened, especially since it got Lance up there. But yeah, Théo Pourchaire definitely put up a bit of a fight against us. But yeah, we got a bit of revenge on him for what happened in Australia. So a bit of redemption there. Yeah, here's the overtake on Guan Yu Zhou. Why did he start on the hards, man? I don't get it. I don't understand. But yeah, we were at one with the car in this race, for sure. The car actually felt really drivable. Like, it felt really good. The best it's felt in forever. There's a beautiful overtake on Magnussen. And then us chasing down the Mercedes of Valtteri Bottas. Definitely was aggressive with us there, and so we decided to be equally as aggressive into that corner. And there we go, lap 20. This is where we defended against Pourchaire and managed to... Look at that. Look at that. Single-handedly getting our teammate into second place, pushing Pourchaire back, and unfortunately Pourchaire ended up losing his spot on the podium. I feel a little bad, but you know, look at that, side by side with our teammate there, but we managed to come out on top. Lap 21, it was going to be more or less the same thing. It was good, and it's a nice throwback to season 3, to be honest, with Piastri on the podium. You know, me, Piastri and Stroll. That was what it was like at the end of Season 3. That was the title fight. But look at that, side by side again. I bet the fans love that. If that happened in real life, if something like that happened in real life. But look at that. We slowed down right at the end to allow... Stroll to have his home GP win. That is going to mean so much to him. Why can't I skip ahead? I can't skip ahead for some reason. I can't skip laps. Okay, now I can. That was really odd. Oh, actually, I would probably want it... Well, it was lap 20, wasn't it, when we slowed down Pourchaire? Yeah, I want a thumbnail of that. There we go. This game looked good, man. This is on last gen, so just imagine how it will probably look later, like when we go on to next gen. I don't know if I'll do that on 23 though. I do own the next gen version since I own the digital version, but I don't know, man. Vibing, we don't need that much. Oh, why can't I darken it, bro? Why can I only brighten it? A bit more contrast would be nice. Not too much though. A bit more saturation as well. That looks nice. Yeah. I reckon we'll go with that. That's your thumbnail for this episode. Most likely. Unless something big happens in Austria, of course, but it's good to see that our car's getting back to where it should be with these big upgrades as well. Of course, other teams might be catching up very soon as well, but we have won the rivalry with Max Verstappen. I'd say we got a bit lucky though with his DNFs, so I won't say it's a legitimate victory, but look at that. Oof. A nice 2 million. These are the results that we want. That's for sure. Alright, sponsorship renewal. Oh, we got a chassis event first. Head to the simulator or attend the meeting. R&D believe they are on the verge of a major breakthrough and require your time in the simulator immediately. It would mean you missing an important meeting with the chassis department. What should I tell them? Sounds interesting.
Thanks for handling that.
Why not? We'll just see how it ends up. Zenotto. So I do like this brand. I do like how it looks, but it doesn't really give us much money. So we're actually going to get a new sponsor for this. So Zenotto, what did they give us before? 170.34 million. And then the goal bonus, qualifying P15 or better, was about 253k. 250k, so right. Alright, okay, so we'll do weekly incomes and see who gives us the most. So TriStar would give us the most. And the maximum number of Constructors' Championship points during a race weekend, so 44. So that'd be a 1-2, which I think would be difficult to do consistently, so I don't think that would be worth it at all. Achieve pole position during qualifying and win the race. Again, that wouldn't be consistent enough. I feel like if we were playing like career mode on an easy difficulty, then yeah, sure, but nah. Achieve and hold first position for 10 laps. That could be cool. Achieve pole position during qualifying, and then we got a Volo. Yeah, we got some of the hardest ones already on the car. Achieve a podium finish. That's Zur. So we've had Zur before, so we're familiar with that brand. I think we had Zur in the latter half of Season 2 to replace Echo. So we could go with Zur. Lugner earned 25 Constructors' Championship points, which could be relatively easy to do. Satellite achieved the fastest lap during a race. Avax achieve an old first position for 4 laps. Zanzer scored 20. We've got Sunburst as well, achieve and hold first position for 3 laps. Qualifying P4 or better for Novus. What is this one? Oving, whatever. Overtake 15 different drives. Jesus. Slingshot Fuel as a team complete a total of 100 laps. That would be difficult. Savant score 15. Okay, so I think the best thing to do would be either Zur, Lugner, or Zanzer. And I feel like going with Zanzer. You know? I don't know though. Nah, we'll go with Zur. We're familiar with them. We're very familiar with them, so we'll do it. Alright. Let's put the sponsor decals on the car then. Lupo looks really nice there. We'll put that there. I've already got them on the side, so we'll put DSB optics since the one on here isn't very seeable. So we'll put it here as well. Could also put Zer there. Yeah, okay. Let's put Zer here. And then we could put Zer here, sure, but I feel like a Volo would make more sense to put there, quite frankly, since that's the title sponsor anyway. So if we... Yeah, okay, we've got Zer there. And then Lupo Industries is already on the side, I think. No, it's not. We put DSB. Yeah, okay. That is... Yeah, that looks good enough for me. Okay, so time to put on a new gearbox. Yeah, we just hit 70% by the end of that race on the gearbox, so time to put on a new one for Austria. How are we doing for other things? Pretty good, pretty good. Yeah, so no need to worry just yet. Okay, activities. No contract renewals just yet, but we can't be too far off of it. 21 days, so that might be next episode, who knows. Activities, okay, let's have a look. So we got reaction training, we'll add that on for Lance. We got a sport demonstration event, aerodynamics equipment upgrade. Oh, but sponsor advertisement gives us more, so we'll do that. Anyway, we got 3 new upgrades coming in. Sports demonstration event, that's dope.
I know we were expecting some new developments to come through, but some of them have failed quality control.
Damn it.
We'll need to tell the team what to redevelop via the R&D screen.
The time spent in the simulator was worth it. Thanks for your help. What did we get from that? What? Okay, let's restart that. That one that we failed. So that's not going to come till next episode now, but it is coming. So that is good. And our upgrades come there. And that one fails.
Sooner or later, you'll probably be asked by the media who you consider to be a rival.
I know.
Think carefully who you select.
So this is the rare floor under tray,
Beating them, you'll lose a claim if you fail.
which is also going to arrive before Britain, before Silverstone. So good. Powertrain is done. So surely we're going to get new regulations going into next season for powertrain. Surely. I'm not going to touch durability anymore. That is probably going to stay as it is. Now that that's done. We get supplier upgrades in general wear. Sure, okay. And these come later throughout the season. Dope. So, honestly, I'm going to keep durability as it is. Chassis and aero I might keep upgrading as we go through. I mean, we do have one big, massive ultimate upgrade there, for sure. But I feel like that's not worth getting, to be quite honest. That's not coming until a few Grand Prix, so that's not worth it. I feel like we could leave aerodynamics and just see what happens. How are we doing in terms of, like, in the table anyway? We're second best, so we don't need to worry about that. Chassis, second best there as well. We could honestly just start saving R&D points for next season. To be quite honest, like, we could start saving this early. Not even halfway through the season, we could genuinely just start saving them now for season 5. And then just improve whatever we want. And make sure not to really do too much in terms of the powertrain. I don't know. We could probably spend some money on the facilities as well, to be quite honest. So... let's improve whatever's cheapest. So 11 million for that. Aero's already done, so it's either durability or chassis. And we'll do durability. Get that one improved. Alright. Wait, how much is Lance's contract? 11 million, so yeah, I think we could do with getting this done as well. There you go. And we still have a decent amount of money to spare. Alright, let's go. It's a race weekend. I'm surprised we didn't get asked who we're in a rivalry with yet. So I think now's the perfect time to enter a rivalry with Sergio Perez, but I guess not. Anyway, Austria didn't go too well for us last time out. FP1 is utterly pointless again. Great. Let's have a look. Season 3, Austria was a P7 for us. Yes, I think we ran out of fuel, or we took wing damage. One of the two. I think we definitely took wing damage. Yeah, it was wing damage, I'm sure. And we really started losing time to the people behind us. It was rough. I think was it wing damage, or was it just engine wear? I really don't know. I can't remember. Wow, okay, so that's something to think about. Messages, nothing major. Let's do quick practice. Oh, we're getting qualifying pace immediately out of the way. I'm never doing that. Alright, get that done. Right, that's done. Fuel management. Get it done as well. That's it. Ah, fuck off. Okay, that's not happening now. Alright. Whatever. Right, we'll jump into... Oh, it's a sprint weekend! I forgot! Oh, snap. It's a sprint weekend, so we're going right into qualifying. Oh dear. So our first lap of Austria is unfortunately having to be qualifying. Because FP1 is just unreliable. Oof, okay. That's rough. Trial by fire. The car felt awful around Austria last season. So I really don't know what I'm wanting to do here. Here we go. What are we doing just standing in the corner like that, you know? Oh, we got... Of course it's a braking system fault. It's the only thing that seems to not be strong enough on the car. Of course there's a fault there. Wow, that is ironic as all hell.
Bear with us a few minutes. I'm afraid we're losing hydraulic pressure. There's a leak somewhere in the system, so just sit tight for a bit.
Lovely. Where's my Austria setup? There we go. Okay. So let's see what we can do in terms of all this. Adding negative camber can improve lateral grip in sustained cornering situations. I feel like putting that up to maximum might be really useful. Suspension, brakes, front brake bias. Setting brake bias to the front increases the chance of front lockups, causing understeer on corner entry, whereas rearward brake bias has the opposite effect. See, I don't know what to do with that, but we could change that at any point, so I'll just leave that as it is. Tyre pressure. Softer tyres have a larger surface area, meaning traction is improved at a cost to responsiveness in high load situations. An increase in tyre pressure can also reduce rolling resistance, meaning a very slight improvement in straight line speed. Okay, so our issue with Austria last season was probably in this area, to be quite honest. So I think turning this down to be equal to the ones at the back could prove to be really, really beneficial. We will have to see, though. Is anybody out on their laps? Piastri, Bottas, George Russell, Max Verstappen. Look at George Russell, P3 in the standings. And there's Perez. I didn't actually notice Russell was P3 in the standings. I was focusing on me and Perez. I saw an Aston Martin in third, but I assumed it was Pourchaire. But apparently it's not. It's Russell. Oh, he's struggling a little bit. So Perez looks to be struggling on the same corner that we were basically struggling. Let's watch him. So this is our title rival so far this season. Again, it could change. We're not halfway through just yet. P6. He is not looking quick, is he? Got Alexander Albon. Wow! Wow! Albon's gone quicker than Perez. Oh, snap. The AlphaTauri. Alex Albon is doing amazing in that AlphaTauri. I was quite puzzled as to why he decided to rejoin the Red Bull brand. But apparently he's doing. Apparently it was a really good idea. He's doing good in that AlphaTauri. 10 points already. Good for him. George Russell P3, Oscar Piastri P2, Porches on an outlap. Stroll's on an outlap. Let's see what he does. You know? Because we can kind of see where the general pace is of the car through the AI. So, yeah, it's going to be quite interesting. But yeah, I always forget a certain weekend is a sprint weekend. Always. You might have been able to notice it. Every episode where we've had a sprint weekend, I'd be like, oh, it's a sprint weekend. I forgot. I always forget the sprint weekends happen. Because there's not many of them in this game, to be fair. At least on the calendar on the calendars I've been doing. And I'm excited to see what they do with F124 because the sprint format has changed now, obviously. Like, there's a whole separate qualifying session for sprint. So, hopefully that gets put into the game. That's something I'm definitely excited to play. It will definitely shake up the career mode quite a bit. But here we go. Let's see what Lance can do here in this car. Very shaky on the steering wheel there. Alright, what's he get? P7! Oh god! Lance! Jesus. P7. Oof. It's pretty close though, he's only 3/10 off, so I wonder where he's going wrong. I don't know, but it's about time that we get out there now. You know? So, a lot of people are going to be heading in. We are heading out. Let's go. So everybody set their laps apart from me. Here we go. Oh, it might have all been in the tyre pressure. I don't remember that corner feeling so good last time. Yeah, it's all in the tyre pressure. Definitely us changing that has caused the car to feel so much better than it did last season. Oh, we've gone really wide there. Definitely lost some time. Could do with an extra lap, to be honest. I think we have enough ERS for it. P15, yeah, definitely going for an extra lap. Yep, okay. Why am I understeering? I mean, at least we made it through the corner. We've lost about 2/10. But we'll make it up in sector 3. We'll have a much better sector 3. And hopefully improve our lap time. There we go. There's the time difference. Whew. Okay. Okay, I don't think the car's pace is looking too grand, to be quite honest. Oof. Austria, definitely not a strong track for us. It feels better than last season, but I'm going to put that down to the tyre pressure. The car overall is still not good enough for Austria, which isn't good at all. And there's really not much we can do with the car setup now because of this. So front brake bias might do us some good if we yeah, but it's only corner entry, so it's nothing to really worry about. Front wing aero we could put lower, but I feel like we need more, to be quite honest, so maybe a click upwards could be very useful for us. Okay, we go again. And this time should be better. Here we go. Hopefully people aren't coming out the pits and interrupting me. No, okay, we're good. Not the greatest. Actually slower than before, somehow. Right, that was clean. There's the time gain. That was beautiful. Whoa, we had a purple second sector at the very least.
Okay, we're up into P7, but let's keep pushing for P6. Come on.
Okay. So we'll turn hot lap off. So we could push for better. So we're going to try something different. Instead of 54%, we're going to bump it down to 50% and see if that helps us in terms of corner entries like this one and this one. Here we go. That was beautiful. Slower.
30 seconds left in the session.
Purple sector 2 again. Exceeded track limits, but still gaining. P1, yes! Let's go. We didn't exceed track limits by that much, and to be honest, I think Australia needs some work on the track anyway, so if any of the AI do that, it's completely fine. That feels good. Oh, Piastri goes quicker! Oh my god, Perez goes quicker! What? What? And Stroll didn't? Teammate status.
They're in 11th.
Oh
Okay,
my
their
god,
so far
Lance!
is
No!
at 1 minute,
Verstappen goes quicker!
03.6.
Red Bull lock out the front row at the Red Bull ring. Just as I thought we actually had it, I wrung this car. I wrestled everything out of it, and it was not enough. Even Piastri and the McLaren beat us, so that McLaren's definitely made some improvements, that's for sure. Crazy. Absolutely insane. I'll take a P4. I'm not unhappy with a P4, don't get me wrong. But it could be better. Oh, God. Mate, this game is so fun sometimes. When it works properly, it's so fun. There you go. So I think we've got a P4 in the race, so it's not too bad. Let's go. How did Lance only get a P11? Oh, he moved down as well, P12.
Verstappen, Perez and Oscar Piastri. Well, that wraps up qualifying, but don't worry, we'll be back tomorrow as we head into the Grand Prix.
Oh, we got some grid penalties going on though, so we're actually going to be starting in P3 because Piastri's got a 5-second grid penalty. Okay. Okay, so Lance is actually going to start in 1, 2, 3. So he'll actually be starting in P9. But still, this is like qualifying. Like, if these guys have got penalties... Oh, they've got new parts in. That makes sense. So we'll be starting P3, which isn't the worst. Who are the other guys? Norris and Pourchaire, they've got 5-second grid penalties. So does Drugovich and Darivala, but it's not going to really matter for him anyway. He's low down regardless. Alright, so that's definitely different. But it does explain why Piastri was able to get in front of me. See, that's my issue with the AI. in the career mode is that they don't replace their worn engine parts until they reach qualifying, which is just so stupid because they always receive grid penalties. This is why you've never really seen me receive a grid penalty other than, like, I think Baku Season 2 and Brazil Season 1. Because if a part needed changing, I changed it before qualifying, which meant I never hit a penalty. I never got a penalty. I never had to get any new parts neither. See, I never had to hit any of these pluses now. I think I did at one point, but nowadays I don't because I'm really good at saving these and I know how they affect the car if I let them get too worn. So the ICE makes the car slower, like big time. The gearbox starts jamming. Turbocharge the same thing with the ICE, just on a lesser extent. The energy store, yeah, you know about that. These things, MG UK makes the ERS worse. This is to do with engine overheating, but we never really have an issue with engine overheating, to be quite honest. So the MGUH has never really been a big issue for me, to be honest. To be fair, I might be able to just keep it until like it gets really worn. I don't know. The control electronics, we've only ever had to replace this once, ever. So these are issues we don't really ever have to deal with, to be honest. But now we've got FP2, and then we got the sprint, and then we got the race. So we might actually start the full race higher up the grid. Again, I forgot about the sprint again. So we could start the full race higher up the grid because of the old sprint rules. So that's great. But first of all, we've got some race strategy to do, so yeah, let's go ahead and do that. There we go, just sending out a message. Sorry about that. Okay. What have we got here then? So, how much wear did we get on those soft tyres? I think we only did one lap. Oh, or did we did two? We did 2 laps each, I think. Yeah, we did. So it reached about 8% wear, which isn't too bad. And we're going to be using this. We'll be using that for the sprint race, okay. And then we've got a choice of soft, mediums, hard. So we'll be able to test how the softs are in the sprint and how worn they are. Because if they're pretty worn, then we'll do a hards to medium strategy, I think. We've got a hards to use here, which is cool. But we're going to be using the medium, obviously, and we are going out right now.
Don't push the car just yet. Track is still green. Try to take it easy for the first couple of laps.
Alright. So, not a strong track for us, but we've squeezed as much out of it as possible and got a P4, which I'm quite fine with. The car clearly isn't capable of that, apparently, if Stroll's anything to go by, but I don't know, because we've got the best car on paper. On R&D, we have the best car, so I don't think Lance really has an excuse, to be honest. He's just been performing really poorly this season. So it's a good thing I gave him that win in Canada, isn't it? Otherwise he wouldn't have nearly as many points. So in the long run, that might do us some good. We'll have to see. Alright. not what I wanted. Brakes a little late there. We are the quickest in the speed trap. Well, to be fair, only Piastri's gone past that, and we know that McLaren isn't very good. We barely beat that. Gasly's getting in the way, unfortunately. See if I can overtake him. Oh, you dickhead! Don't cut me off! That's really ruined my flow. I think this lap is a good. I'll keep the RS on just in case. Yep, good. Fuck you, Pierre! Okay.
beautifully and a job well done. We got some excellent data with that run, so come on back to the garage and I can take you through the numbers.
Okay.
Understood. Stopping this lap.
Okay. That's us done with free practice, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, fully done. We did pretty much everything we needed to do. So now we just go into the sprint and the full race, and then that's it for today's episode. And then next episode is Britain and Hungary, I think? I don't know. I think it is. It's definitely Silverstone next, for sure. So I'm going to have to think up a special livery, because I don't have one. I didn't think we had one last season neither, to be honest.
And with all the cars
I think we
now
just stuck
over
with
the
a
line, let's
Pepsi
see our
livery. So we'll just have to see what happens. Okay, there's a decent chance of rain in the sprint, funnily enough. Okay. Right, what is next? Oh, it's Britain and France next, okay. Paul Ricard returns. And then it's Hungary and Belgium, then Zandvoort and Singapore, Japan, Mexico, Brazil. And obviously that last episode will probably be a trifecta of episodes. So it will be a 3-race episode. Which I think originally was meant to be the final episode? I don't know. I don't know at all. Okay. Our results this season have been really good, to be honest. I think, genuinely, if we'd have stayed out in Miami, we would have been just fine. I need to stop worrying about the past. Alright. Because, like, it's just been there and done, and, you know, we've done the best we could to make up for it since. So, yeah.
welcome to today's sprint. This is shaping up to be another fantastic weekend.
I really hope they improve the sprint commentary. I feel like I say that every time. Whew, alright.
Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's sprint. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from
I wasn't looking at the screen earlier, so I don't know if it was raining.
Alongside. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Oscar Piastri, the owner-driver.
Oh, so Piastri isn't... Oh, no, it's the sprint, not the full race. I keep forgetting, penalties do not apply to the sprint race.
Teo Porcher, Stroll, Ocon, Drugovic, Albon, Bottas, Liam Lawson, Magnussen, Joe, Deruvala, De Vries and Logan Sargent. Which of these drivers will get pole position today? We will soon find out.
All right. Looks a bit overcast. It might even start raining during the sprint. Wouldn't that be weird? Alright. Let's see what we got. Alright, so wherever we finish here, we're basically going to place in the race. Unless we finish second behind Piastri, I really won't mind, because again, Piastri is getting a grid penalty. Okay. Honestly, we don't need to worry too much about fuel at all during this race. So we could honestly just go with 9 laps. Let's go with 9.5. Just to be safe. Just to be safe. Alright. So this is our second sprint of the season.
Ahead of today's sprint.
All right.
As all the cars take their positions on the grid, the final preparations have been made, and all that's left is for the drivers to deliver on track.
Oh yeah. Here we go. The 2 Red Bulls lock out the front row. We'll be starting behind Sergio Perez. Oh, not the quickest start from us as George Russell has jumped us. Verstappen moves to cut off Perez. And we look to move side by side with George Russell here, so not the best start from us. And George Russell completes the overtake, unfortunately. So Oscar Piastri now moves into P2. We look to make the overtake now on George Russell. Yellow flags behind.
That's a decent start. Good job.
And Verstappen now is getting a big lead here in the sprint. As we now look to catch up to the podium. Putting some pressure on the McLaren of Oscar Piastri here. We know we have a better car. What can we do here? We're going to go down the inside. Into the braking zone, and it's a beautiful overtake, as clean as you like. And now we look to chase down our real targets, the Red Bulls. Max Verstappen sets the fastest lap as George Russell is now looking for an overtake on Piastri. Oh, there's contact between the two! Have either of them got damage though? I don't know. Piastri has started on the mediums, funnily enough. Is he saving a pair of softs for the race? I don't know. We are now looking to do our best to catch up to Checo. I don't need to worry too much about Verstappen. I could obviously overtake him at the beginning of the race if we're not able to catch up, but Perez is someone we definitely want to score more points than, even if it's a singular point. Could have gone for a move there, but almost lost control of the car there.
That was the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up. Well done.
Yeah, the Red Bull is a bit more stable. Look at this, we got DRS on Perez. He's lost DRS to Verstappen. As we now look to overtake our championship rival. Round the outside we go. That is beautiful. That's exactly what we wanted.
Mate. That brings you up a place.
Yellow flag's behind.
Green flag.
Green flags though. Doesn't result in anything. We've got 2 seconds to Verstappen here. I don't think we could pull it back, honestly. Oh god. Oh, losing a bit of control there. And now we're going to go back under pressure from Perez. We've lost about a second to Verstappen there, unfortunately. That is rough. So I think Verstappen's going to take the sprint win. But because he's quite far behind in the championship, I'm not too fussed. Of course, Checo is there. Need to be worried about him as he goes down the outside.
Well done.
We're going to go down the inside here to reclaim the position. And we've got the elbows out there as well. We've also got DRS, so we could save some of our ERS here. There we go. But with all that fighting, Verstappen has got a pretty comfortable lead. So yeah, that's unfortunate on our end.
And that's just 5 laps of fuel remaining.
I think Perez might still have DRS on us. He definitely does now. But we've got a comfortable position currently, more or less, even though he is gaining. But Stroll is quite low down. He had a bad... well, he's not had a bad start. He had a bad qualifying in general, but he's not really gaining anything. He's really disappointing the team currently. Here we go. Side by side with Sergio Perez. He does completely overtake. Oh, he defended that really well there. Wow.
Try to stay with them. They might make a mistake and we could still regain the
I went to do the dummy, but he stayed at the down the middle pretty much, and we had no route to really overtake him. Although we do here, late dive.
Right, we've got enough fuel for 3 more
That
laps.
does get us P2 back in the sprint here. Hopefully Piastri pressurises Perez. We'll try and give Piastri the toe.
Gap to your teammate behind.
Yeah, I'm going to give Piastri the toe here.
6.6 seconds.
So he can deal with Perez. Got a bit wide there, and Perez has managed to come out on top against Piastri. He is literally pushing us through. We're giving him no room though. He's challenging around the outside. We're going to get the elbows out again. Doing really well to defend this. But for how long can it be sustained? I think Piastri would have got the overtake by now if he went on those mediums. I wonder why he went on them, because now Russell's starting to overtake him.
Okay, mate, this is the final
There we go.
lap of the race. Final lap.
Let's ERS away. Try to get away from Perez. I think we've done it, you know. We're not running out of fuel. We've done really well for that. But yeah, the tyre wear doesn't seem too bad at all, to be honest. So I think we could start on the softs. Perez is catching up quite quickly, but it's fine. Max Verstappen crosses the line to take the sprint win here, but we're okay. We've gained 2 positions. We're on the front row for the race.
Yes, nice work, mate. You did a really good job today. Pretty sure the boss is going to be happy with that one.
I'm the boss. Why are you saying that? I am the boss. All right. Alright, so let's see what happened in that.
And the championship leader secured more points
Lance
today,
did gain
pushing their
positions.
lead out
Okay, good,
even
good.
further at the top of the standings. And after this round
So
of the
he's going to
World
be starting in
Championship,
P10.
here's how things look in the drivers'
Oh, no, no,
table.
no.
The grid is set
He
then, so
will be
that just
starting in
leaves the race
P9.
itself. Join us tomorrow, where we'll be live with
Right?
all the action. And until then,
Or are the Ferraris also taking a grid penalty? I think they are. I don't know. We'll have to see. It doesn't show us any grid penalties, so... Definitely something to keep an eye on, that's for sure. But, yeah, I think Lance might be starting P9, P8. So, improvements being made, yeah, but his qualifying pace is woeful at times. I thought we'd finally turned a corner in Canada, but he's right back to the inconsistency that we know and not really love from this season. I don't know what happened, because in Season 3 he was amazing. He was beating me in qualifying quite, convincingly. Pretty much every race he was beating me in qualifying for the most part. And now we're here at Season 4 and he's not really doing that. He's kind of a shadow of his former self. I don't know if maybe he lost confidence from losing the championship the way he did last season, spinning out in Mexico, but it's rough. He's not doing too good. Alright. We've got 25 laps of Austria coming up. Let's get to it. Here we go. Oh, it's nice and sunny. That's what we love to
Welcome the
see.
beautiful Styrian Mountains for another chapter in the story of this famous race. It's time for the Austrian Grand Prix.
Oh yeah. Bum, 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 bum,
7
bum,
rights and just
bum,
3
bum.
left-handers make up the 10 corners of this high-speed circuit. Turn 2 is flat out, a left-hand kink into the uphill braking zone of Turn 3. Turns 1, 3 and 4 are all potential opportunities to overtake. It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. World champion Max Verstappen starts from pole position.
You're not champ.
Considering the rest of the grid, we have
I'm champ.
Perez, Russell,
I won the title in
Leclerc,
season 2 and 3. We're in 4
Sainz,
now. Verstappen's not
Gasly,
won it since season 1.
Oscar Piastri,
What's going
Stroll,
on?
Sonoda, Albon.
Oh, Piastri
Bottas,
takes a penalty,
Liam
but
Lawson, Norris.
oh, it's a
Magnussen,
5 place, not a
Teo
10
Porcher,
place.
Joe, Drugovic, De Vries,
So,
Sargent, and Jayan Deruva.
yeah, Stroll does
Now,
start
it's almost
P10. He
time
doesn't
for
get
lights
to
out,
improve.
so
It was
let's
only a
go down
5 place
to the track.
penalty, not a 10. So,
And with me as usual
yeah,
is
Stroll
Ashley Davidson.
starts right
Let's have a
next to
chat about
Piastri,
Williams.
though.
What do you make of their performance so
why
far
are we
this
always
season?
chatting about
the atmosphere within
the
that
same team? That's bottom with no points. Whether it's, I mean, it's always Williams, and it happens in everybody else's career mode. I really, really hope they work on that for the next game, because surely Codemasters have noticed that. Surely. Okay, we'll go soft to mediums. What is that strategy in terms of the laps? Oh my god. Right, we'll go for 28. 28 laps. No, not even that. 27. No. We'll just go with 27. I mean, to be fair, it is flat out. It is taking a lot of fuel. To be fair, but I don't know. I feel like we'd have a lot of trouble catching up with Max if we did 31 like suggested. Okay, we'll do 29 laps. I think and then like we'll pit on the softs for lap 11. Well, yeah, we'll pit on lap 11 on the softs. I think that would be a decent idea. Maybe earlier, depending on how the tyres feel. Depending on how we're doing in the race, we might do a lap 10 as well.
And the formation lap is underway here in Austria. The atmosphere coming from the fans today
Whoa.
is electric.
So
This
there's some
circuit gives
hards
drivers
going on
fantastic
here.
overtaking opportunities due to the 3 long straights. So let's hope we're in for some wheel-to-wheel action.
Lance is on the hard, so Lance is going long. So I'm assuming he'll be pitting later
So
for
as all the cars
softs.
take their positions on
We'll
the
see what he can do.
teams will be hoping their strategies pay off for them in today's race. But the question I'm asking is which teams have got it right and which teams have got it horribly wrong.
Well, I'm a bit nervous about our fuel, but if we can get a good start on Verstappen, it'll be a very, very good start for sure. If we can get a good launch. We'll see. We didn't have the best launch in the sprint, so it's definitely something we'll need to improve on. But we do have the inside. That is an advantage. Here we go. It's a decent start for Verstappen. He moves to cut me off. I'm going to keep the inside. Cut him off there. And Russell is now fighting Verstappen. Look at him go! Yeah, so Verstappen was trying to make me go over to the outside. There's no way I was doing that. And we have made the perfect start. George Russell in the Aston Martin on the hards. We've got a yellow flags behind. Some collisions were going on there. Alright. Really good start from us. And to be fair, we'll have the advantage in the corners because Russell's on the hards. So we could really start pulling away here. Verstappen making the overtake on Russell. Those two fighting though, that is perfect. That's what we love to see.
Okay, clear.
Yellow flags. Not going to result in anything. I don't know, but Esteban Ocon in the Alpine is up to 4th. Verstappen and Russell still fighting. And this is what happened between me and Perez in the sprint. We kept fighting, and I was able to get the lead. And speaking of Perez, he seems to have fallen down quite a bit. Oh, he's out! He's out!
Okay, caution, caution.
Oh, it's virtual safety car.
And maintain a positive delta on your dash. Right,
Sergio Perez.
Delta's too low, and we're going to risk a penalty. Slow your pace immediately.
Is out. That is perfect. We were hoping that was going to happen at some point, especially after our DNF in Miami. That is really going to help us in terms of the championship. That is lovely. Okay. I feel like we can get a good thumbnail here. With the Red Bull in the background. Like, with the bull statue in the background. We'll rewind it a bit. Okay, what can we do? I can't move the... I can't move the fucking camera. There we go. Okay, let's I want the zoom in as well. Oh, zoom that out a bit. We'll go with a 35.1. That looks lovely. We'll go with that. Get the render in. Oh, you'd love to see it. There's your thumbnail for this episode. Oof. That looks lovely. Right, so we got a virtual safety car.
Okay, VSC ending.
Oh, it's ending.
Green. Maintain positive delta until the green flags. The track is clear, green flag.
Yeah, so they were just clearing some debris. But now this gives Max Verstappen a chance to catch up. He wasn't allowed to overtake me until the flag.
Off ahead of you. There's a yellow flag ahead.
And we've gotten the elbows out again. We got caught on the curb though. That's not good. So Verstappen's still in with a chance. Look at Esteban Ocon now in P3. Alpine really proving to be the dark horses of this season so far. Something's happened there. I think it's because the hard tyres, they just take longer to warm up. So I'm going to slow Verstappen down, back him up into the rest of the grid. It doesn't help that P3 and P4 are both on hard tyres. We had such a good lead going as well.
Let's use overtake and burn off some of this energy.
At least we got a bunch of, yeah, we got a bunch of ERS, like the engineer just said. We'll use the overtake and burn off the energy, just to get as far away as possible before DRS gets enabled again. Went a bit wide there. Lost a couple of attempts. Lost a few, oh god. Oh, has he got DRS? I don't know. I think it's not until next lap. Which won't be good at all, because then he'll really be gaining speed. Alright, let's go. Whoa, the fastest laps went flying by then. And I think DRS has now been enabled. Maybe.
So we're leading our teammate by 6.2 seconds.
Alright, we are now in a bit of trouble. Max Verstappen is able to keep up quite well. And he definitely has DRS now, there's no question about it. But yeah, we're getting quite far ahead of those guys on the hards. Definitely looking quicker than the rest of the grid, that's for sure. Why have they started on hards? You seem to gain a lot on this straight. Well, not on the straight, but like the entry to it on turn 1. So that's a good point. George Russell overtakes Esteban Ocon for P3. As we try to hold back the Red Bull of Max Verstappen. Oh god, the softs are starting to go off. What are they at? Yep, 23, 24%. Not good. We seem to have calculated the fuel load quite well though. Definitely helps that we had a safety car as well.
We're approaching the pit window and you're going to be on mediums.
Shit. Had to dodge the sausage curb there. Otherwise we would have lost the lead. Yep, definitely a loss of grip. Okay. So, I'm thinking a lap 10 pit instead of 11 onto mediums. because I have a sneaking suspicion that Verstappen might be pitting the same lap as us. So I'm going to go lap 10 instead to see if I can get an undercut in.
Okay, we can take you this lap.
Whoa, where was the pit entry line? I don't know where my braking point was for the pit entry line.
Right, let's have you in at the end of this lap, please.
Can you actually appear? There it is. I already asked for that and he didn't do it. Thank you. I completely missed the braking point because it just didn't come up, so I didn't think it was there. At least not that early, anyway. Anyway, we've made it. We're in the pits now. Right. So we're the earliest pit.
Okay, let's go now.
Which means we're going to struggle later on, but
there,
you know.
We're delighted with that. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now.
And out we go in 18th. Right in front of the Williams of Magnussen. The Aston Martin of Théo Pourchaire has somehow ended up down in P20. So he must have had a bit of an altercation. Where's 21st? Did someone else go out of the race? Daravala, how far away is he? Or did he, oh, he's just pit. Okay, that's why he's far back. So he's pit early, he's looking for, like, to gain some time. Pourchaire's all the way back there though. He is the definition of inconsistent. There are times where he could be going for a victory this season, and then other times he's back to normal, finishing outside of the points. Quite odd. And I'm glad he's not on our team anymore. I can't deal with that inconsistency, because we're dealing with it right now with Lord Stroll. Which is tough, considering he was really good last season.
Lance is in the pits.
Yeah, this season he's been kind of ass. So hopefully he jumps some people in the pits here. Verstappen is not pit yet, so I think we're going to undercut him. As we now look to chase down the Williams of Logan Sargent. I believe we could dive on him here. Yep, easy peasy.
Brilliant, nice.
There's the difference in the tyres. Bunch more people pitting now. Stroll will be undercutting them. Well, not undercutting, but we'll be passing them, so he'll gain positions. And Verstappen is just coming out of the pits now, so how much time are we actually going to gain on him? Because he's really coming out now. I think we've gained a decent amount on him. Ooh, that's a good chunk of time. 3 seconds. That's going to be really important. Especially since these tyres will go off a lot earlier than his will. He's got 2 laps on me, so he might be 3 seconds behind, but he has 2 lap fresher mediums. So that could come into play later on in about 10 laps time, to be honest. But yeah, we're in a net P1. Yuki Tsunoda's yet to pit yet. He's gone really long on those softs for some reason. Quite curious to see where he ends up. He had a difficult season for McLaren in his debut McLaren season last season. He seems to be coming to grips with it a lot more this season though. But it's a bit late since that McLaren doesn't seem to be very good at all. But look at that, George Russell in a podium place. Still got a decent amount of laps to go. So far so good though. Going to take another victory, which is just what we need, especially since Perez is, you know, DNF, so he's definitely losing the lead of the championship, unless I DNF as well, but that's highly unlikely. The only thing that can save it now is a safety car. Got 10 laps to go, there's enough time for it. Teammate status.
Gap to your teammate behind is 17.2 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. They're in 9th place. For the time last
It's better than
lap was
before, he's getting points, but
1:05.5.
his points are kind of useless. I mean, luckily Perez DNF'd, so we're definitely going to gain points on Red Bull. But not really that much, not as much as I would like. Stroll needs to be placing higher. What happened to the Stroll that was beating me in qualifying in Season 3 and getting podiums every single race? You know? Even when I wasn't, he was performing well. I could count on him last season.
Use your overtake button more. It's time to utilise some of this energy. Come on.
But now it's like, I'm having to carry the team and worry about Red Bull.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 17.5 seconds.
Oh, Verstappen is really catching up now. I haven't really noticed it until I just looked. He is creeping up. Probably a good indication to use our overtake button more. Oh, I got caught on the curb. 5 laps to go. 6 laps actually. Oof. And Verstappen, I told you to start creeping up on us. He has fresher tyres. But are they fresh enough? I don't know, but he's got DRS now. So it's inevitable. Verstappen is inevitable. Jesus.
Okay, that's us with 5 laps of fuel remaining. 5 laps of fuel left.
Okay, we're looking good. Fuel-wise anyway. Race-wise, he's right there. He's slowly caught up over time. And now, the fight's on. Whoa, why did he slow down? Oh, I think he might have, like... Hold on. Let's get a replay of that moment. What happened with Max then? Here we are on the onboard with Max Verstappen. He was looking for the overtake. Yeah, he was losing control of it, so... I think what he did, he was trying to do the dummy on me. He was trying to do the dummy. Feint right, and then actually go left, but he completely oversteered himself and almost lost the car. That would have been very dramatic had he lost that. But he's still in it. So that might be a sign of tyre wear on his end. I don't know. But he had to have been pushing this whole time as well to catch up to me at this rate. So he can't be too far off of me in tyre wear. Maybe his tyres are starting to go off now. Oh god, I've outbraked myself. And through goes Max Verstappen.
Okay, we lost the position.
We made the mistake. It was going to happen. We've just got to keep up with him now. Oh, we've outbraked ourselves again. Oh, that's awful. I'm going to use the flashback for that. Here we go then. DRS on Max Verstappen. And I don't know if we can catch up to him. He does have fresher tyres. He might have actually done it here. He might have come out on top. We still have a couple of laps. There's still time left in it, but he's got more grip. So, I don't know. And caught on the curve again. Jesus Christ. These tyres have really gone off. Somehow we're still in it.
We've only got 2 laps of fuel left.
We can reach top speed before him because we've got DRS, so we could use that. Come on! Shit, fuel's low. Fuel's fucking low. Really? Just like now? Right on the final lap. Fucking hell. Fucking hell.
Okay, you've just started the final lap of the race. Final lap.
Yeah, it was desperation there. We got floor damage. DRS though, going around the outside. We need to save on fuel and somehow beat Max in low fuel mode. Look at that.
The underbody's taken a little damage, just watch out for it.
We got it though. I think we just gun it and try and make as much time as possible. I don't know when low fuel mode's going to kick in. But I think we just gun it now. And see what happens. Keep an eye on that bottom right corner, guys. Low fuel mode has now activated. Got ERS on. Is Max going to overtake us on the final straight? Keep an eye on that. Oh, it was so close. It was so close.
Ah, fantastic drive. That's just fantastic.
Wow.
Amazing. You deserved that race win.
Yes.
Well done, mate.
Yes. Let's fucking go. We got that by the skin of our teeth. If there was an extra lap in that, we would not have won that.
Flawless performance
Wow.
here then, and a commanding victory. Talk to me, Ant. What was it that set them apart from the competition today?
I feel like consistency was probably the key today. There's being quick, and then there's being quick lap after lap after lap. If you can do that, you can capitalise on other people's errors without making many of your own. And that's an approach that can push you a long way up the field.
Whew. Wow, what a fight.
I'm thoroughly
What a race.
exhausted after the excitement of the race, but I'm sure it's nothing compared to our drivers here. They've worked hard to make it up there, and it's great to see them make their way out onto the podium.
Wow, low fuel mode across the line versus Max Verstappen around Austria. We were lucky. We got very lucky, to be quite honest. I think he had a really bad turn one on the last lap, and even though we went wide, maybe we spooked him. You know, there was no reason as to how we ended up almost side by side with him by the time we got back on the track, to be honest. I think we spooked him, and that was enough, really, to get the win. Let's go!
So let's see how the drivers' standings have changed. Another solid result for our championship leader today.
So Stroll got P9. Wow. It's not good enough.
So let's discuss, and who would you say is a contender for your driver of the day? Let's move on to the constructors. The owner drivers team moved to the top of the table.
Yeah, we got a 27-point lead now.
And elated with this weekend of Formula 1.
7-point lead in the constructors. Should be more because Stroll should be higher. I'm really disappointed in him, to be honest. But yeah, let's view the highlights. God, that was such a good race. That was such a good ending. That'll definitely be clipped for my next short, for sure. Really weren't any highlights in that first stint, was there? Wow, that's beautiful. Wow. Oh my god. That looks way better than how it looked when I did it. Jesus. Look at that, we went a bit wide. That's when Verstappen took the lead. Lap 24 onto 25, this was it. Look at this. We take the inside, we go a little bit wide, over the curves as well. Ah, there was a little bit of contact when we got back on, but Verstappen did get back in front, but we had the DRS as well. What a close race. But we had the racing line then, and that's ultimately what got us the win. There you go. It was very close though. Again, if there was another lap in it, that would have been it, because we were in low fuel mode. So we got lucky then. We got very lucky. We're starting to deal with a lot of fuel issues this season. Strange. Alright. That feels good. What a win. Okay. And we only just got enough points. If I'd have finished second, Avolo, the title sponsor, would not have been happy. Lance, you need to step it up, bro. Jesus. Do better, please. Okay, so we're pretty much almost halfway through the season now. Sponsorship renewal is next. We've got a marketing thing. Who do you consider to be your rival? I'd say Perez. Leclerc is nowhere. I don't think I've ever had a rivalry with Leclerc.
Thanks for helping us.
Avolo, of course we're renewing the sponsors, imagine. Simulator training. Yeah, I'm not even going to celebrate the podium. Lance, you need to get in that simulator and start practicing. Oh, I think that was our first win in the Austrian Grand Prix. Yeah. Boom. Look at that. Awesome. Alright guys, well, that is the end of this episode of F1 23 My Team Career Mode. We've got 2 upgrades coming in for the next episode. One for the chassis, one for the aerodynamics. But we have taken the lead in the drivers' standings for the first time this season. I think it's the first time we've took the lead, and we've also took the lead in the constructors, but it's not safe. You know, if we have another DNF, that's it. So we need to keep going, we need to keep pushing on, putting 100% in, and honestly I'm really worried about that constructors, because Perez is on form. He was unlucky with the DNF, the engine failure. It was going to happen eventually. That Red Bull was awful at the beginning of the season, and it was all hitting Verstappen, so it was going to hit Perez eventually. So I expect Red Bull to come back swinging, and you know, Verstappen and Perez, that is going to be a major team to look out for. They'll be winning the constructors if Lance just doesn't step it up. Aston Martin, of course. I mean, poor Chair has more points than Stroll, you know. So I don't really know what to say, to be honest. You know, Stroll needs to do better than a P5. You know. You got a P1 in Canada, that's great, but I need him to do more in future events, so we'll have to see what happens. Of course, other teams can claw their way back as well. Alpine are there, you know, so they can get in the way on track, and so Stroll just really needs to get good, to be honest. Otherwise, he can kiss his contract at this team goodbye by the end of the season. But guys, thank you all so much for watching. If you liked it, be sure to hit that like button as hard as you possibly can, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you all in the next video. Until then, peace.